Once upon a time, there was a king named Parikshit. He was the son of Abhimanyu and grandson of Arjuna of Mahabharata. Before the birth of King Parikshit, when he was inside the womb of his mother, Ashwasthama hit him with a Brahmastra. Then Lord Sri Krishna protected the life of King Parikshit. King Parikshit, when grew up, became the king of whole world. He was a very righteous and wise king. He was very dharmatma. One day he was roaming on the forest. Suddenly a man with very ugly face appeared in front of him. King Parikshit asked, "Who are you?" Then the man replied, "O Maharaj, I am Kali Yuga, the age of sins and corruption. I am just about to enter inside your kingdom." Parikshit Maharaj knew the Kali Yuga, which is the age of sin. At that age, everyone would be involved in theft, robbery, violence, corruption. People would forget to help each others and would be very selfish. When the son grew up, he would disrespect his mother and father and would put them at the old age home. There would be war everywhere in the world. People would forget God and become atheists. Since Kali Yuga is a very bad age, the king aimed his bow and arrow towards Kali and told him, "Until and unless I am the king of this kingdom, I would never let you enter here." Kali realized he has to defeat King Parikshit before entering his kingdom. Since King Parikshit was very powerful king, grandson of the great warrior Arjun and very dear to Lord Krishna, Kali decided not to fight back. He became very calm and explained King Parikshit in a very polite tone. He said, "O Maharaj, time is very powerful. At first it was the time of Satya Yuga, then it's time for Treta Yuga, then for Dwapar Yuga, and finally Kali Yuga. This cycle continues, and now it is the time for Kali Yuga at this earth, so I have arrived at my time." Then Parikshit put down his bow and arrow and said to Kali, "Since I am the king of this kingdom right now, so you have to wait for my death to enter inside the kingdom. While I am living, I would never ever let you enter inside." Then Kali requested, "O Maharaj, you are the grandson of the great Arjun. You are also very generous, so I would like to request you to please let me reside at some specific places of your kingdom." Then Parikshit replied, "O Kali Yuga, I am convinced with this idea. I will let you reside at 4 places of my kingdom. The first place is where people gamble, because deception resides there. The second place you can reside is where people drink alcohol, because intoxication resides there. The third place you can reside is the place where people are involved in prostitution, because lust resides there. And the final place you can reside is the place where there is violence, because cruelty resides there." Kali then replied, "O Maharaj, all these places are bad. Could you please give me one good place to reside in?" Then king replied, "Okay Kali Yuga, since there is presence of Rajogun in wealth, you can reside in gold as well." While giving this order, king forgot that he was wearing a crown made up of gold. Thus Kali resides at the crown of king and corrupted his mind. Parikshit then lost his way to the home and was roaming at the forest. He felt thirsty and he searched for water but couldn't find it anywhere. Finally, he found an ashram of a great sage Shramik. Sage Shramik was in a deep meditation at that time. King moved towards the sage and told him, "O sage, I am very thirsty. Could you please provide me some water?" Since the sage was in deep meditation, he couldn't hear anything from outside world. King asked for water for several times, but he didn't get reply. Since Kali was residing at the crown of king, his mind was corrupted. Then he started thinking inside his mind, "I am asking to this sage for several times, yet he is unaware. I think he is pretending to do meditation and he is a fake saint, because he is not even respecting the king of his kingdom. Thus this fake saint must be killed right now." He aimed his bow and arrow towards the sage to kill him. Whenever we are trying to commit some bad things, then suddenly someone inside our heart wants us not to do so. That is actually God who is warning us residing inside our heart. Thus, with the motivation of God, he decided not to kill the sage but rather insult him. King Parikshit saw a dead snake right in front of him. He then took the snake and placed it at the neck of the sage, which is a symbol of insult or disrespect. Then king went to his home while sage was unaware of all his activities. Sage was still in his deep meditation. The boys in the ashram were seeing all this incident, so they quickly ran towards Sage Shringi. Sage Shringi was the son of Sage Shramik. Shringi was bathing in the river at that time. Boys told Shringi that his father was insulted by a king and he put a dead snake at his neck. Then Shringi became very angry and took water from the river at his hand and cursed the king, saying like this: "The king who has disrespected my father by putting a dead snake at his neck must die after 7 days from today. He will be bitten by a deadly snake named Tatchaknag and will die in agony after 7 days." Both the king and his father were unaware about this curse. First part of the story ends here, and soon I will be coming with second part. And if you like the story, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel for listening more stories like this.